What's up everyone, some guy here with another Alliance War video. Season 26, war number 5, we're versing against GGIR. I believe they placed Plat 1 last season as well. But going to Path 5 here with Mordo on Ebb and Flow Knockdown and Power Drain. I thought about using Quake, but then I went with Torch instead, just because I think Torch would make the fight faster, since he is a Mystic, and Torch just melts all Mystics. This one is placed on Knockdown and not the heavy hitter one. So I think it's a little bit easier if he's not placed on the heavy hitter, just so you can punish his heavy. I think the heavy hitter might have been a better placement, but this one is still not very that easy, I guess. Although it's not that hard. Whenever he gets power gain, you can always just hit into him to shut down the power gain and bait out specials. You can always throw your SP1s to get the knockdown to shut down the protection, and then just throw his heavy and or throw your heavy to get rid of power gain and get back into the rhythm. Not too hard of a fight, just have to make sure you dex all the specials. For the most part, AL is pretty cooperative, and even if Mordo gets to an SP3, his SP3 doesn't hit that hard, so I would be able to take a couple SP3s, I think, before I die, even if I could get close to dying. I was also pretty boosted, so I was not that boosted, but boosted enough so I won't have to worry about dying or anything. Next fight, we have a Hitmonkey on Ebb and Flow Knockdown and Heavy Hitter. He's very commonplace on Heavy Hitter. I think he might be placed on a Heavy Hitter just because if players knock him down and it triggers his passive Primal abilities, he gets to shrug off all these debuffs and evade, and might be a little bit tough for you to get openings. But if you don't knock him down at all, you don't have to worry about any of those nodes. You could just parry and get your openings that way. I do like using Nick Fury just because his SP1 has a Disorient debuff, and it also counts as a knockdown, so whenever you launch it, it can shut down the protection. The first time there, it didn't shut down. The second time here, it did. So from here on, I should just be not throwing any heavies or specials or knocking him down at all. Yeah, it's a pretty smooth fight. This one's only a rank 5, a 5-star Hitmonkey, so his health pool doesn't have a big health pool to begin with, so even with a 5-star, he melts down pretty quickly. Alright, next up we have a rank 3 Nick Fury on a steady build-up Fury and Power Alternator and a Heavy Hitter. He's usually a pretty common placement to be placed on Heavy Hitter. Just because when he gets into his second life, most of the time you rely on baiting out his heavies to get openings. But if you can't bait out, or if you can't punish his heavies, then it makes the openings a lot harder. You have to intercepts, do a lot of intercept to get your openings, or hoping he would finish a combo with the medium so you can get openings that way. But I'm just going to go in with Quake. This fight would have been a lot harder back in the Stubborn days, but since Stubborn is gone and it's just Protect, and he's not affected by Protect, even if he was, you can still Quake this fight fairly easily. Besides Quake, I think any Mutant Champions will be a good counter as well, like Archangel or Colossus. Just anyone tanky and enough to drain his health. But for the most part, this one is a pretty simple Quake and Shake fight. You just have to watch out when he gets from his when he loses his decoy, he becomes stun immune, so he might come out of a stun all of a sudden. So you just have to look out for that. But yeah, other than that, it's a pretty simple Quake and Shake fight. Alright, moving to section 2, we have this rank 2 Sasquatch on Ebb and Flow Intercept and Sadist. I mainly brought Torch for this fight. He's usually placed on the Redouble Determination node, but since Immortal Abomination is there, I think it's a better placement for him. Anyway, he's placed on this node instead. I usually use Flame on the Redouble Determination node since it's got Redouble Determination. But since I don't have many other, this is my only Torch fight that's left, I just decided to use it on him as well. This is probably the start of my bad cycle here. I do very well in the first half of this fight, and I get him down to pretty much half health in about like 20-30 seconds. Yeah, 20 seconds here. Yeah, he's at 50% now. It's only about like 30 seconds, and then I miss a dex on his SP1. I was late on it, and it parried instead, and then it stunned me. And then that's when I was like, okay. And then this fight is still okay. You know, I only lost about, and then I missed the parry there. I don't know what happened. I just completely missed that parry and just got pounded on. And luckily he didn't throw like a 5-hit combo on both the times I got hit on. So yeah, not good right now. So I'm playing pretty scared right now because my health is pretty low now, and he's almost down, but protection is up and his wrath is also really high. So I'm doing like 0 damage. So I'm just waiting for him to get in his wrath mode, so his protection will come down a little bit. But I also have to be sure. So whenever I parry now, I know he might get in his wrath mode very quickly, and I'm afraid that he's gonna go like stun immune real quick and come out of the stun real quick and stun or parry me or something. So I was really scared to parry him and punish him. And then he gets in his wrath mode. I play it really passively. I don't want to try and parry him too much because I don't have too much health to work with, and he hits really hard in his wrath mode on a block as well. So I'm just trying to get away from him. I saved my SP3 just to get myself out of the corner a little bit. But yeah, he just goes down at the end. I just managed to get out of the corner. It was too close of a fight. Very uncomfortable. I don't know why I got myself to that low of health. That was really bad. I almost died. It was pretty close. I want to blame it on me being too tired because this was at like 3 or 4 in the morning, or no, 2 or 3 in the morning. I just finished my night shift, so probably not the best idea to go into the fight. And then I go into the next fight here, Immortal Abomination, and I just take a combo in the beginning. I don't know what happened there, to be honest. I usually never take any combos while I'm quaking. I think I was just thinking too much about the previous fight and how poorly I did, and I was just not paying attention. And as you can see earlier, I think there was some double input going on since Quake was just standing there. But yeah, luckily he got stunned and he didn't do any more combos. He did place a poison debuff on me, and it did tick down a lot. The poison debuff it's not that potent, but it's the duration that's so long. It can really just, you would just see your health keep going down and down and down if he places like 2 poisons on you. Luckily it was only 1 poison, and it got me down to like 70% health. Yeah, so not a good start to this fight either. This one thankfully is only a 5-star, so not too worried about it. But I think I also parry a little bit later, or maybe I'm already parried. But yeah, I don't fight too well during the second section here. I'm just trying to get this fight down. Yeah, I parried over here by accident. I was just a little late. I don't know. I was just kind of flustered by the last fight and just how poorly it went. Going to the next fight here, we have a rank 3 Void on Ebb and Flow Intercept and Redouble Determination and Crumbly Armor. Pretty common placement here. I will be using Nick Fury, even though he has bleeds. I do plan on just using his light attacks only, just so I don't apply the long bleed. This fight also goes pretty sideways. So I just have to manage his manage my combo well to time it well, so it's just it purifies the debuffs right in time. I just have to play it pretty slow and patient. I don't plan on purposely getting in intercepts to shut down protection, but if I do see openings, I will go for it. But yeah, this fight doesn't go too well either. So right now it's going pretty well. I'm managing my combos pretty well and dexing all the specials. I get a nice intercept in here, and then I decided, since I had the passive Fury up, I should throw my SP2 to get the max damage. But then I forget the SP2 also does bleed damage, and it just pushes him all the way to an SP3, just to an SP3, I think. And then he comes out of the passive stun. Yeah, and then he throws the SP3. I thought I was gonna die and get in my second life, but luckily I was pretty boosted. And Nick Fury is a pretty tanky, I guess. Yeah, I only lost about like 60% health, but luckily with the 6-star adrenaline, I was able to get back a little bit. But I think mess up soon with my combos, or I was just late on punishing or whatever, and my health does tick down a little bit lower than what I wanted to. Yeah, I think it's right here. He throws a special, and then Crumbly Armor also kicks in. So yeah, I get back down to like about 40% health. I get a nice intercept in here, which should be close to finishing the fight. Just need to bail out this SP2, and then he should be going down soon. But yeah, not the cleanest fight, but I'll take the solo. Alright, moving to Mini Boss Island here, we have this 5-star Emma Frost on Rage and Return Policy. She used to be very common placement here back in Stubborn, because she is affected by Stubborn. Originally, I thought about using Torch with pre-fight, but then I opted with Quake instead, since I think Quake is a lot easier. It might take a little bit longer just because of the damage cap from Rage, but it's a lot easier than... I think you're less prone, in my opinion at least, because I'm more used to Quake. You're less prone to make any mistakes while using Quake. Even though you do have to play perfectly, because of the reverse specials. I think sometimes it gets me if I'm like, it gets me when I'm not expecting it. If I'm expecting her to throw the SP1, I can do the reverse control fairly well. But if she's like walking towards me and then I'm idling as well, and then she throws the SP1 out of nowhere, it sometimes does catch me off guard. My muscle memory does kick in sometimes. I would dash back normally, and then it would basically launch me forward to her into her SP1. I was pretty worried about this fight just because of how poorly I did in the past 3 fights. Yeah, I was playing kind of scared a little bit just because it's my last fight, and I don't want to mess up. I've already messed up a lot, made a lot of mistakes this past 3 fights, so I don't want to make any mistake on this fight. But luckily, it goes a lot better than I expected, so she goes down with not too much problem. Yeah. Alright, and that is it for me from this war here, and we do end up taking the win for this war, which is nice. This does push us up to the bottom of Plat 1, so hopefully we're able to keep the momentum up and keep climbing and get into Tier 1 and get more points. But that is it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.